Hello, and welcome back to the Struggling Survival Server, where today I'd like to clean up the base. I've been leaving quite a few messes around. All I want to do is dig a simple water elevator down to the spider farm for easy access. Unfortunately for me, I have to deal with this. Oh, I didn't bring a shield, and I didn't bring any torches. Surely they won't be needing these anymore. I see no way in which this could go wrong. Now down to the depths of the earth. Something a little funny that I found off camera during last episode, after, mind you, I built that cave spider farm, is right here in this section of the wilderness. There is just a normal old spider spawner here, sitting there for free. And this thing, this dungeon, that's the word, is ridiculously close to the base. So close, in fact, we just ride our horse out around this bend. It's right there. So maybe in the future I'll build a little building out there. It's like, you know, we'll have like crazy Spider-Man's hut off in like the woods, and that's where the spider spawner is. That was a fun find. So at the time of recording this segment, we had a Minecraft Live about a week ago. and they revealed a couple cool new features that I'm pretty excited about. The first one is the Happy Ghast, which I think mechanic-wise is gonna be really cool. Like they're talking about it like as it's just like a mobile platform you can put anywhere in the air. That would have been so unbelievably useful for this thing. Like to get all these fence gates placed and opened in the correct direction, I had to set up some like scaffolding monstrosity here. But if there was just like a platform up there that I could just like position to put these down and open them, like it seems like it's gonna be so useful. I'm really excited to get my hands on one and fly around on it. You know, like my only criticism of it is the one that everybody seems to have, and it's that it looks a little weird, and that like the texture, especially for like the harness, needs to be refined a bit. But like, I have faith in Mojang and that they'll be able to come up with something good, and they seem to listen to what the community says a lot, and the community are saying the texture looks pretty weird very loudly. So I'm pretty excited to see what they come up with. But then I think the other thing that I'm like even more stoked about is the vibrant visuals. I really did not expect, like, hey, we're adding shaders to vanilla, by the way, to be a part of their announcements, like, ever. But I'm so here for it. I think, like, it's gonna look sick. We're gonna get, like, dynamic shadows and stuff in-game. Something kind of funny that they mentioned was that, like, when they take screenshots in the game, they said this, like, in the Minecraft Live, that, like, the best times to take screenshots were at dawn and dusk, because that's when you get, like, the most interesting colors. And, like, that was something I've been thinking about a little bit more when making these videos. Like, you know, speaking of the time, like, you get this, like, nice orange glow, and you get, like, this very dynamic lighting through the sky, and I've been using, like, dawn and dusk for, like, to make time lapses look a little nicer, and it's a great time for a thumbnail. This is, like, when, right now, when the base game, like, really shines, color-wise, and then, like, trying to, like, incorporate that more dynamic lighting into the actual base game with, you know, vanilla shaders is very exciting, and I cannot wait to enable it. I think something else that I really like with them is the way they made the water look. Like, for me personally, what I find to be very hit or miss with a lot of shaders is how they do the water. Like, I'm not a big fan of the hyper-realistic water that a lot of shaders tend to do. And I'm glad that the vibrant visuals aren't doing that. They have, like, a very vanilla-looking water, but, like, shadery and shiny. It looks very sick and stylish. I'm very excited. And I cannot wait to see what this area looks like all shaded up. It's gonna be really cool. But of course, you know, if I'm gonna be adding shaders to my game at some point in the nebulous future, I want all the buildings around here to be looking their best. And this building needs cleaning and finishing big time. He's dead. Gone. Disappeared into the wind by some mean ol' iron golem who has been dealt with appropriately. But yeah, Iron Farm's broken. I need to get a new pillager and put it in there, which is gonna be such a pain, especially now that all the villagers are in here. So it'll be like putting the pillager in, having to make sure the iron golems aren't gonna spawn and kill the pillager while I'm putting the pillager in. I don't really know how the iron golem got there. My theory is that it spawned on one of these corner blocks and then just walked on in, and then, like, wham! sentiment of the iron farm in the sky, which, yeah, it's a little unfortunate because I was really hoping that while I was, doing all the texturing on this build, that the iron farm would be going, we'd get even more stacks of blocks, it would be awesome, we'd be set with all the iron we need for the foreseeable future, but no. He's dead. Things sure are spawning where they're not supposed to on this farm today. Huh. I wonder if this means his owner is in the bowels of the beast. Huh? Fascinating. Yeah, we've got our new decor here. Decor?
I totally got any amount of those.
Yep. We could find another one and just run one real quick. I do need more copper. That's another tempting option. Just crack open chunk base real fast, find another chamber, and go ham.
True.
I want Windburst. I need Windburst. I think you should do the honors of naming our beloved zombie Fletcher. Also, here, I have your flowers. Before I seal him beneath the ground for all eternity. You got it. You got it. Got the name. Oh no! Is this what the movie experience has done to you?
Chicken jockey!
Thank you.
I wonder where I can find a loom, Joey. Can you lead me to where a loom is?
I'm so glad you asked. There's really... Looms are pretty hard to find in this area, but... there is a building that has like, a small amount of looms in it.
I wonder where I could find these looms, guys.
Yeah,
it's kind of spot the looms.
It's kind of a challenge. I know. So, yeah, I think we have to go second floor. Any other floor won't work.
Oh, why is that?
I mean, this is where the looms would be. Yeah, so as you can see, there's not a lot of looms around.
I don't see any looms.
Yeah, they're rare. They're hard to find. They were a challenge to get, but you use them nice and sparingly. I think it really can tie a build together.
Nice and really sparingly.
Yeah. I mean, do you see a loom anywhere on this floor?
Oh, totally not.
'Cause I don't. So
There's a strip of looms.
No one would ever use like stacks upon stacks of wood and string.
I need a color. I didn't bring a color with me. I need a color.
What color do you want?
Do you have any on you?
I have some. Well, luckily for you, this is a fresh building, which means it has its very own chest monster right outside. And because I used a little bit of stained glass, I have a handful of dyes.
Right,
black, gray, or white. Pick your poison.
We'll go with...
Oh, and if you want to get really crazy, we have a bit of light gray, too.
I'm gonna go with black dye if it works.
All right, all right. No, the guardrail. Now people are gonna fall off the stairs.
Oh, you put it back. Okay.
Yeah.
And I have to apply it to the shield. Can I do that in a loom?
I think you can just do it. I think you have to do it on a crafting table.
All right. It fits the aesthetic.
Yo. Kind of looks like a snowflake.
It does. You're right.
Noted. To the next trial chamber. This one, well, the coordinates, is...
How direction do you want?
I went this way. Not that way. This way.
What?
Not that way. Yeah, this way. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh.
The best way. That was a very successful and unexpected detour, but our tough supplies are back, which I'm very happy with that. I need a lot of tough actually for the roof of the iron farm. Anyway, back to your regularly scheduled time lapse. Looks so much better now that it has a proper roof on it. It's about time I got this thing wrapped up. Now it's just, most of the texturing has been what I did for the front, so everything I said in that episode still holds true. But the one thing I do want to mention is what I did for back here. There's like a little detail that I'm very, very proud of, or happy with, I think is a better phrase. It's a nice little, very subtle touch that like you're rarely ever gonna see because this is like the back, or the maintenance side. You can just like climb up, but like this part isn't really meant to be viewed. But I did a little like weird little shading trick here with the this brown concrete that I'm pretty happy with. So it's basically there to kind of add like a drop shadow onto the wall from the like the rail line going up. But there's like a slight little trick to it. So as you can see, since it crisscrosses back and forth, right, going up, this one's like out one block farther than this one going down. And that affects where I put the shadow. So we can see this here, right? So under this one, right, the shadow starts 2 blocks down, whereas over here, the shadow starts 1 block down, since this one's closer, so the shadow's closer. And that pattern is just goes all the way down. So the one that's farther out has the concrete shadow 1 block lower on the wall, and the one that's closer has it starting there. Just a very, very small trick I used, but I think it turned out pretty cool. And it just adds like a little bit of extra shading that I think makes this look really cool. I'm very happy with how like industrial this looks. It's an industrial building in an industrial area. I have also done a little bit more work on the interior here. This is a work in progress. But we added in this little furnace, which is the base of the smokestack. And got some soot pouring out, lots of campfires. I feel like I should probably put like some iron bars here, just as like something to stop you from simply walking in. And then I also threw together just a little lava farm. I didn't have like many lava sources sitting around in storage, so that's all we got for now. But I think it'll be good to just have this going on in the background. I'm not super happy with how this looks, but this right now just needs to be functional. It doesn't have to look nice. I will, if I can come up with something better, I will. Why is that dripping? I'm hoping that's just ambiance. But yeah, I think at this moment in time, this is cleaned. Now there's one last thing I want to do today, is dealing with this. It's like front and center on like the front and center of our base here, so I'd need to get this. Has been bothering me since I left it like this one terraforming episode ago. Look at that. Minimal effort, such a huge improvement. And honestly, this house doesn't look so bad anymore. Now I have a couple quick little updates for you. The first one is, eagle-eyed viewers may have noticed that the server is still on 1.21.3. I'm hoping to actually update the server by like mid-April, and then we'll get all sorts of new blocks, like all the pale oak and everything. I'm really excited to get my hands on that. And then all the like new nature blocks that they're adding in 1.21.5, I think it's gonna look beautiful dotted around this area here. Like, the dry grass up by that wheat there, I think it's gonna make this look even better. Putting like leaf litter underneath these autumnal trees, also using it to like blend out between like the podzol and the moss and the grass. I'm very excited to start messing around with those. Like, wow, I'm stoked. Finally, my last little update for y'all is that I'm going to be changing my episode release schedule. So the previous one was, trying to hit an episode a week. But lately, I've really been liking the idea of doing more sporadic but focused episodes. So for example, last episode where we built this entire chicken coop in one episode. I really like that, like showing the building in its entirety. And also I feel like I'm at the stage in the game where, I'm entering like late stage Minecraft. And, I've already done quite a few things like trial champs and everything. So I feel like switching to be more project focused for each episode will make the episodes a bit less repetitive. and there'll be like, you know, something new every episode. I'm really liking that idea. And then I can also, if I'm taking more time to make these episodes, it gives me even more time to focus in on editing. Like, for example, when I was editing last episode, with doing like all like the time lapses, I was actually when I was setting up the flashback shots and everything, I was being very deliberate about not showing this build in its entirety, so that way I could have a grand reveal when I walk through the tunnel after the time lapse. And that was a lot of fun to like try and set up interesting. Oh god, trying to set up interesting shots that still like hid the whole structure. And I want to do more stuff like that, put a lot more thought into each episode. And I feel like to do that, I just need a bit more time. And so, hopefully what that means is just like, you know, fewer but better episodes for y'all. And on top of that though, I was thinking I would still like to put something out every Tuesday. So if I don't have an episode, I'm gonna do a little post on the community tab of the channel. Just maybe like a little teaser of what I've been working on, you know, if how the episode's coming along, stuff like that. Just so that, you know, there is something on Tuesday, you know? If you really wanna, you know, you really wanna see what the hippest and hottest build on the JBlox channel is, you just coming on Tuesday. If there's a community post, there's no video that week. Otherwise, there'll be a video on Tuesdays. Something every Tuesday. That's the plan. That's the goal. That's the dream. So yeah, I'm very excited to start messing around with that and making cool episodes. And actually, next episode is gonna be an idea I had a while ago, and it's finally almost time to do it. It's gonna be something completely different from anything I've done so far on this channel, and I'm really excited for it. I have no idea how it's gonna turn out, but I think it will be very cool. It's gonna be a ton of work to edit, but I think it's gonna be a lot of fun to edit. But it's gonna be very time consuming. I need to design another large building, that'll probably be around that size. And then I need to gather materials for that building, and then I need to build that building. And then I need to shoot what is going to be shot inside of that building. Oh yeah, I'm building a set, basically. I'm excited. I'm very excited. So stay tuned. It'll be out in 2 to 3 weeks, probably, hopefully, maybe. No promises. Check the community tab. Shameless plug right there. We'll wax these, and then I think... Oh, come on. Up we go. Lovely. Yeah, see, now those trapdoors have oxidized, I think it blends into the roof a lot more. I'm still so happy with how this turned out. There's also, imagine those are green as well. But I think with that, that's gonna be it for today. We finally have breathed life into that building. We added the windows to there. We cleaned up the spot. It took me like 5 minutes. 5 minutes to deal with that spot. That spot that has been bothering me for months. 5 minutes. 5 minutes. I need to clean up more often, is what I'm learning. But that being said, that's gonna be it for today. See ya in some nebulous amount of time for a very weird project that I have cooking up. Stay tuned and see you later.